Hello guys, my name is Carlos Garcia. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I am going to talk about real men in the church. Last week I talked about real men, but this week it's going to be real men in the church. And again, I'll remind y'all that the reason I do this channel is because I feel like not only people need to learn Christ, but I feel like people lost track of Christ due to COVID. And I really hope this channel influences you. So let's begin. Before today's lesson, I am going to mention about the driving thing. Besides me having cerebral palsy and not being able to drive, many people do not think about the fine motor skills that it takes to drive. Here are the things people need to think about when driving and why I can't. There are three major phases the brain goes through while driving. Number one, the seeing phase. Number two, the reaction phase. And number three, the controlled reaction phase. Since my reaction speeds and control are not all there, I have to rely on people to give me rides. This is why I used to get upset, because it is not like I would ask them to take me to Alaska. Since all that is said and done, I am going to get to today's Christian talk. I am still going to focus on men, and that's why I'm using all the same verses. So a lot of these verses are from last week, or a lot of these verses, and that's the reason I tied my example I just wrote just now, not to feel sorry for myself, but I'm talking about real men in the church. So I decided to use the same verses as I did last week. And just in case y'all don't remember them, Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Ephesians 4:29, for no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. James 1:19-20. Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to anger, slow to speak, for the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Ephesians 5:1-2. Therefore be imitators of God as beloved children, and walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. John 13:30-34. Listen, children, yet a little while I am with you. You will seek me, and just as I said to the Jews, so now I also say to you, where am I going? You cannot come. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another. John 15:13. Greater love has no one than this, that someone laid down his life for his friends. Mark 10:45. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. John 11:35. Jesus wept. Matthew 21:12. And Jesus entered the temple and drove out all who sold and bought in the temple. And he overturned the tables of the money changers, and seats of those who sold pigeons. Matthew 9:36. When he said to the crowds, he had compassion for them because they were harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. So that's all the verses. Sorry, there was quite a few, but I wanted to get them all just in case y'all didn't get them all last week. This time I am going to focus on men in the church. When it comes to the church, women beat guys on this for sure. From what I experienced in college, women tend to share about Christ more than men. More women go to church than men. In my opinion, it seems like more women rely on God. More women go on mission trips. More women will tell you about their quiet times. More women volunteer in church as a whole. I feel like more men need to step up their game and stop slacking. More men need to serve in the church. More men need to help out in general. I personally believe many men feel like they don't need Christ. I asked the guy one day, "Why don't you come to church with me?" One day. I asked him because I know he needs Christ. He told me no, I am probably the worst thing that will go. I told him, "I'm sure you're not the worst." Behavior like this usually stems from pride and thinking that they can take care of everything themselves. This behavior is what society tells men who they are. Remember what I mentioned? That society defines a real man as if they are tough, macho, prideful, and can do everything themselves. Unlike what society defines a real man to be, I think a real man needs to depend on someone. The one he needs to rely on is God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, which is the reason I put in the parentheses if y'all don't understand. It is called triunion, which means 3 in 1. I want people to think about like a tricycle has 3 wheels. Just think, as a son or daughter relies on their daddy or mommy for help, a real man relies on Christ for help. Guys need to stop acting like boys who feel like macho and think they need to only rely on themselves. Real men help when help is needed and sacrifice where it is inconvenient. Real men will do whatever it takes to keep the church moving. Personally, I need somebody to rely on, and his name is Jesus. I also need him when I feel broken inside. I need him for every little thing that goes on in my life. The question is, are you a boy or are you a man? I know many guys don't like to hear this, but I feel like guys need to step up. What is crazy is men know this and they still act the way they do. I will speak for men. Women are way better at this. And disclaimer, sorry for the guys, but the reason I decided and I feel led to speak upon this is because guys need to step it up in the church. I mean, women need to also. I mean, in general, all of us need to step it up. But my personal experience and my personal thinking is women, I feel like women express more about Christ a lot more. And I am not saying women should take the place of men in the church, but I feel like there's times that women do take the place of men in the church. And it just, man, that role is kind of backwards, if you know what I mean. So, well, that's my thought of the day. If you like it, comment, men or women, I don't care. Just comment. And women, do not bash men for this, because men, I know men struggle with this because deep down inside, society makes us like tough and stuff, but we're not. We need Christ and stuff just like y'all do. And if y'all like what I said, feel free to subscribe to my channel and like the video and help the algorithm so it will spread to more people, so more people can hear it. Alright, thank you, and God bless y'all, and have a good work week. Okay, bye.